Stu and Dave Do America present Abigail Spanberger versus Juneteenth. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, don't do it.
Oh dear. I haven't seen moves like that since my dog had a seizure.
I'd rather, honestly, your seizure-ridden dog would be a better governor as well than Abigail Spanberger. That's just, like, it's hard to do because if you're on a stage and you're a politician, and even if you're self-aware enough to realize you should not dance to whatever's going on, you should not participate, it's very difficult to not do something because you feel like it will also look weird if you're just kind of standing there like Joe Biden does at such events.
Correct.
It also doesn't look right.
That's
There's
true.
just no winning. When music starts, run off the stage. That's what I would do.
Yes, I think it's best to not be seen.
Yes.
Because now she just looks like she's trying to make good with the locals so they don't loot her tarot card store.
It's true. It does.
I don't like it.
That's basically her greatest accomplishment before getting this job, by the way. Tarot card store.
It does look like a tarot card store. Yeah, she looks like she's a psychic.
I think
not a good one.
I think what you do is you're behind the DJ booth and you just do that thing where you kind of turn sideways and act like you're walking downstairs.
Yes.
Just disappear and
Yes.
no one sees you after that.
Right.
You're behind the DJ booth and you just slink away to the back room. That's the way you should approach that as a politician.
Right, and go, this is one of your fathers. And then, get it?
No, I get it. I just don't know.
It'd be very rude.
It
It would be a rude and racist thing to do. And that's why you shouldn't do that.
That's right. See, there you go. That's the
And then
sort
you
of
should stand up and go, I wouldn't do that. And that's why you should be happy to have me here. That would be classless. What an embarrassment.
the sort of advice
What about a canoe?
Canoe could be good.
You could put on a wigwam.
Uh-huh.
Like, I bet you that's what, what's that dumb whore's name? Elizabeth Warren. You could put on a wigwam like her and then pretend to canoe off the stage.
I just want to see one politician try it. I mean, that would be fantastic, right? It's better because no matter what, it can't be worse than what's going to happen when you think you're going to do hey ho appropriately 15 times in a row.
There's no way.
Not a good idea.
No, you can't go naughty by nature.
No.
That's too good of rap.
It's so far away from the neighborhoods that you wouldn't let Naughty by Nature go into.
Right.
Right.
It's
Like
just
that's,
not-
the Naughty by Nature is stopped at the gate outside of Abigail's complex.
Right. You only know the words because it's hey ho. Hey ho.
Yes.
Hey ho. That's it.
Uh-huh. And
It's the only rap song you can memorize.
yes, it's very, very true.
Because people have yelled it at you. Probably several times that day.
I would say it's very possible. It's
Yeah.
very possible. It's not a very pleasant society sometimes, Dave. I'm sure Abigail's doing her best to completely ruin the state.
I'm sure she ruined the day for many people.
Yes, yes.
Especially the DJ.
Yes.
It's like, what is this? Why are you here? Oh, God. All right.
Yeah, I feel like they would just like abandon rap after that performance.
Oh,
It's
good.
like, you know what? We're all set. We're going into, I don't know, chess.
Yeah. Oh, good. A gross old white lady with warts all over her face. That's who I want on stage. Not a woman dancing who's sexy.
No,
A gross lady.
that's what you want.
Cool.
That's what you want.
Glad you're here.
I love these combinations. You got politicians combining with rap. Great combo.
Yeah.
And sports combining with gay. I think that's a great combination as well.
Yes.
Lots of gay sports talk coming up. Let's do Pride celebrations in sports. Welcome to Stu and Dave Do America. I'm Stu Burguiere, along with Dave Landau.
Look, there's a lot of good fathers out there, and I just want to say it's just funny. Sometimes you just have to go for the joke.
And for you, that's all the times, the most times.
Yes.
That's what you do. And you thought about holding, I could see you thought about holding that
I
one
held it back for like 45 seconds.
And then it came out.
And I was like, you know what? It's a joke because it's a joke.
I agree. People should be able to take jokes. They
Like
can't
if you
a lot
can
of
take a
times.
woman yelling "Hey ho" on stage,
Right.
you can certainly take.
Absolutely. Did you want to quickly say ahoy before the audience?
Oh my goodness! Thank you for reminding me. Ahoy, and we meet again.
We do. Meet Dave as well across the country, all over the place, Dave. DaveLandau.com for tickets. We've got Texas, Alabama, Missouri, Michigan, New Mexico, Hawaii, and Utah.
Thank you.
I know the 2-letter state abbreviations that quickly, Dave. I just
You're good.
It's pretty good.
I don't. Sometimes I write the whole state out because I don't want to take time to Google it. Or I guess, and it comes back, and they're like, what's AQ?
It's a weird state. It's a weird state. Great place to visit this time of year.
It is. AQ's great.
It's great. So we have a heartbreaking letter. And I want to make
Aren't
sure
you doing
that...
a thing tonight, though, first?
What's that?
You're doing a thing with sports
Oh,
tonight
well,
that's not so gay.
That's true. It may be very gay, depending.
I don't think so. It's the NBA, right?
It's true. It is the NBA.
I don't think they go for a lot of that.
Oh, no. Not a big... No, I feel like the Pride Night thing isn't as big in the NBA.
It's not.
For whatever reason. But the NBA draft is tonight, so we have a preview of that. We have a preview of the elections going on. We're going to actually give you election coverage as the vote totals come out tonight. So don't miss it. It's at predictableshow.com. We'll be live on the BlazeTV YouTube feed. We'll be live on our own YouTube feed and on Substack as well at predictableshow.com, giving you all the results as they kind of come out. Hopefully, maybe making the night profitable as well. So check that out. We'll look for good opportunities for you. And of course, we love when you go to Blaze TV. Get all the great coverage there as well. BlazeTV.com/Stu and Dave. Code is Stu and Dave. Now, I don't know if you were trying to just avoid the heartbreak you're about to feel,
Yes.
because I know you're going to be very emotional from this letter. This is a letter from a gay Giants fan.
When did I write this?
I was going to say, as an NFC East fan, you don't understand how many jokes from my childhood are coming out as I say the phrase gay Giants fan. A heartbreaking letter shows the cost of team's Pride Night failure. This is from the completely balanced source on this particular topic, Out Sports, which I'm sure is great.
Is that the magazine?
No, I think it's the website. I think that's the only website
Oh.
now. Unfortunately, the magazine does not no longer exist, or maybe never did.
No longer in print.
One of the two. So this fan wrote a note to the San Francisco Giants, not the New York Giants, San Francisco Giants, about this incident that happened at their Pride Night festival. Now, as you may know, every Major League Baseball team has a Pride Night, with the exception of the Texas Rangers, I believe, is the only one.
I think so. Well, San Francisco especially.
Yeah, they're probably first. In fact, it's kind of covered in this heartbreaking letter.
Well, the headline said that, the gay community feels pain and confusion. And I would agree. I mean, it's not in that order. Just first comes the confusion, which is high school, and then the pain. It's not in that order. Originally that order. That's the other. Later is the pain. You were saying?
He's not making that up. That is what they say. They send a letter to the team expressing the pain and confusion the community feels.
Yes.
And the community does feel those things.
It does.
Very confusing things and very painful
confusing.
things.
And then pain. Tearing.
I don't know. We don't have to go deeper just because I'm laughing.
You can go deeper. It takes a while. But once they loosen up,
Oh my God.
from what I understand, you can go as deep as you like. But it's certainly not going to be the first try. It's you gotta get it in there.
You don't understand that you just don't have to continue the explanation.
I know it
wasn't. Feels like
I'm being very sincere.
it feels like, hey, we have to fill this space with something.
Yeah, oh, you do.
So I
have
should
to-
continue the explanation and just continue to give more and more detail. I know it
filling
feels like the right
space
thing to
is
do.
The problem. Well, it's not the problem. It's the solution to the feelings you've been having. This is the whole filling the space. It just depends if you want your space filled or if you want to fill the space.
I can't. I don't necessarily have anything to add to.
There was a letter.
So a letter, and it's heartbreaking.
Oh no!
I don't know that you'll be able to have your heart broken even more, but
Go on.
can't say anything. Okay. I'm just going to read.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to read the story.
Thank you.
Good morning, San Francisco Giants. I've been a lifelong Giants fan for over 40. I didn't even explain what. So they had the Pride Night, but multiple Giants players put a Bible verse on their hats.
Right.
Signifying, which was a rainbow hat, signifying, hey, like, this isn't a thing that we want to be involved in, and we have a different opinion. And hey, this is, and the Bible verse they led to was about. It actually talks about the rainbow and how it was, God's sign. It's not like a sign meant to signify necessarily what Dave was just discussing.
So what you're saying is these people were offended by the Bible verse on the players' hats, which is totally not legible. From a distance, as opposed to making the team dress like Punky Brewster because of how people like to.
Oh God!
So So you're saying that's what bothered people?
That's technically the line. Yes, that was the one they were talking about.
Right. Okay. I just want to make sure that the very overt thing wasn't the problem. It's a completely hidden.
Can we go back to talking about fathers again?
Okay.
I actually feel like more
offensive?
comfortable.
Why is that the heartbreak part?
We're never going to get through this. I haven't even gone to the first paragraph yet. Okay.
Yeah, that's the difference. The ones on the fields knew how to play catch with their dad. The ones writing the letter, not so much. Like, your mom and I are going on a trip for Thanksgiving again this year. We'd love if you and Peter came, but we're going to not do that again this year.
Right.
Ever since you came out, it's great.
It's heartbreak. Again, a heartbreaking story.
Yeah. No, good for them.
Again, unlike Dave, I had several jokes to go to in the last 15 seconds, and I held them back. I want you to know that I am fighting to try to keep this show in the air. I hope that there's another episode of it after this.
I think we can get a lot of sponsors.
Mm-hmm. She'll be thrilled. They'll be thrilled to be associated with this. But they might not want to be associated because of the heartbreak of this letter.
Well, exactly.
Okay.
Heartbreak.
Good morning, San Francisco Giants. I've been a lifelong Giants fan for over 40 years, dating back to the Candlestick days.
That's gay. The Candlestick of hot wax.
This is when I attended games as a kid with my parents and arrived early to get autographs from players.
My dad thought I was straight.
No, well, you don't understand. He's an LGBTQ plus athlete.
Oh.
Now, I don't understand why. This is just a general question. Maybe you have the answer. You've had a lot of detail on this particular process, I've noticed. But if you're one of the letters in the LGBTQIA2 plus community.
CIA, sure.
Sure. Why can't you just say the letter you are? Why do you have to act like you're in this larger group? Like if you're a G in this particular situation, which I believe is the case here, why wouldn't you just say I'm a G rather than saying I'm part of the LGBTQIA2 plus community?
You could just be an athlete.
Right. Yes, that's another thing. An American athlete, if you really wanted to go far, you could just say that. But instead, it has to be that, like, why do you have to include the plus when you're one of the letters already?
No, I think a plus is only there if you're really good.
Oh, really? Oh, that's what I thought it was. Wow, I thought it was like they were talking about a bunch of groups because there's too many letters. They couldn't name them all. You're just saying if you're like really good at it,
there's a plus. You should earn it.
I'm G plus.
Yeah.
Plus.
Like I don't think that's fair. Just that you get a plus.
Right. I feel like someone should have to say that about you. You don't get to say it about yourself.
No, you don't just get a plus.
No. Okay.
Plus one. That's nonsense.
Please help us. As an LGBTQ athlete, I've had the honor of going to a Pride Night or Day for many years. I've also organized 200 plus softball players to attend the game annually.
I bet.
We took a train. It was a different type of train. See, this is the type of stuff I was supposed to edit it.
We took a meat train.
It was a bumpy journey. On Friday, I was excited to attend with the group again, and the Pride Night jersey was an amazing design by Fabiana Rodriguez.
Oh,
it's actually in the letter.
Rodriguez is such a baseball name, and Fabiana sure isn't.
Yeah, really. Weird combo. It's kind of like
weird night baseball.
Yes. Yes.
It's just two words that don't need to go together.
Yeah, Fabiana Rodriguez. It's almost like a weird night in Italy. I don't know what happened.
It's like,
how did that happen?
Rodriguez sounds like every player.
Yes.
And then Fabiana
Yeah.
sounds like, the person who would ruin a jersey.
I was unbelievably disappointed by the offensive and disrespectful actions of a few Giants players who chose to write a Bible verse on their hats that was meant to reclaim the rainbow as a Christian/Catholic symbol. Now, my understanding was the Bible came long before Pride Night. I don't know if that's accurate, Dave, historically, but I believe it is.
I believe it is. I believe that you took all the colors one day and we just had to accept it.
Right. No. And I think, the verse, again, if you look at the Bible verse they referred to, talked about how God created the rainbow as a sign. Like, it goes through the whole thing. It explains why it is very deeply a Christian symbol.
Well, and aren't you allowed to have your faith?
I thought so. In a country with the First Amendment and a freedom of religion. I thought that was part of it. He goes on to say, as you probably know, in 1978, Gilbert Baker created the rainbow flag in San Francisco as a symbol of pride for the
I sure didn't.
I didn't and don't care. Although I will note, 1978 is after the Bible came out. So it was in the Bible first, then you decided to take it in 1978, apparently.
I think it's about 1978 years after.
Yes. After a particular event of note.
Yeah.
So what's interesting about this is he's not mad at the Giants players for doing it. I mean, I think he is. But he's actually mad that the Giants, who then came out after this incident and criticized them and said, basically, this will not be tolerated. You're not going to be allowed to do this in the future. You're not allowed to go out there with the Bible verse on your hat, even though we're forcing you to wear a rainbow hat.
Right.
The author of this letter, this heartbreaking letter, is mad because the Giants' milquetoast response about pain and anger just doesn't cut it.
Wouldn't it be weird, though, like if you had to wear a hat with tits on it?
Yes!
It's kind of the same.
It would be really weird, and it shouldn't. It's just not everything has to be about sex. Like, you can actually have a sport where people come out and enjoy the sport. You're out there with your kids. You're watching a game. It doesn't have to be, well, let me explain to you the process that the LGBTQIA2+ community goes through each night to qualify them for this community. That's not something that needs to be part of your baseball experience.
Well, and there's not even cheerleaders or anything in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand there's some cute girls walking around. They might be interviewing people, but that's what guys like who typically want to watch sports.
Right. Yeah, typically, right? And there's no reason this has to be forced on these players.
No, there's none whatsoever.
And by the way, there's a real legitimate First Amendment case here that I think will wind up rising through the courts, because they just had a ruling on this not that long ago. Compelled speech is something that you can't do. You can't force people to say things that they don't agree with.
Which you're doing.
Which is what they're trying to do here, right? The same thing happened. There was a case, I think it was California a few years back, where they were talking about, hey, you can't force people to, like a Catholic church, to put up a sign that says, by the way, you can get an abortion here. They had these flyers that you had to put up in every location that dealt with this type of stuff. And the Supreme Court said, no, you can't force them to say something that they totally disagree with. That's not okay. The same thing here. So that's an issue. Okay. Anything else in here?
Well, they said, would you allow similar statements to be spoken, written, or posted for your upcoming Jewish Heritage, Black Heritage, or Mexican Heritage Nights or Faith Day? Mm-hmm. And no, because that's stupid, and none of those things have anything to do with what makes you come. Also, but while we're at it,
nicely, almost too nicely put. That was so eloquent, Dave.
But honestly,
bring it to the table.
But honestly, how about we have none of those things either?
I'm fine with none of them.
How about none of them?
Now,
because it's baseball.
Right. It's baseball, and baseball's awesome. And just go enjoy baseball.
I don't think you should have any. Like, I'm Irish and Italian. I'm really American. Mm-hmm. If you want to have it it's an American sport. You can have American flags. I think it's great.
Yeah, July 4th, patriotism, generally speaking.
Fireworks, all that stuff. Everybody on the field, it's an American thing. I get that. I don't think we should have Irish night. I don't think where we all celebrate, when when we came over here and were drunk,
Yeah.
hit our wives, and we're corrupt cops. We should there's no reason to do like every stereotype. But honestly, like there's no reason to have any. It's baseball. And I took my son, I was saying this yesterday, last Friday to go, it was actually on Juneteenth, it was to I don't know, I'm late, Savannah Bananas.
Yeah. Yes, that's awesome.
And part of that is,
from that, by the way.
yeah, I do. I have some pictures. And part of it was, that's us in the Coach Rag jerseys where the Cincinnati Reds play. And if you see some of the pictures here, they honor... that's us. Yeah, that's me. We got to go down to the field and meet the players, which was really cool. And a lot of them are very Christian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're very Coach Rack in particular, very outspoken about that.
He is.
They do services after the games. Do we have the Hank Aaron picture as well?
And that's what's important here too. Is I'm a big baseball fan, and the Negro Leagues. This was actually the Indianapolis Clowns, but this was an actual team. That's Hank Aaron who played for them. And there's such this like amazing history to baseball, and I mean, obviously, we all know the history of that, and segregation. But the way that they were able to talk about it and put it out there on the field that night, it wasn't even about being heavy-handed. It was just simple history. And then they played an actual game, and it wasn't about who won, and it wasn't like a group pretending to win or anything like that. It was just a real game.
Yeah.
But historically, my son had questions and wanted, and it was cool for him to actually see. And it's not like the Clowns were just playing that night. This is an actual team that still exists that was once part of the Negro League. So he did just learn something because that is now involved with that league. So he gets to go out and see something that is just an honest part of history, not something that's being forced on you. And that's something like when we watch the movie 42 about Jackie Robinson or anything else, you want to learn something about history and something that's actually there, not something that's being forced on you, just something that's real. And that's the difference is why bring them there? Because this is not the same thing.
It's really not.
And it's like, I'm perfectly fine with any player being gay, any gay person going there. It just doesn't have anything to do with it. That's what I don't get. So why compare the two things?
Yeah.
The people that had to work through segregation to end up playing in Major League sports is a history I want my son to learn. Mm-hmm. The people that I'm the equality in this country, gay or not, I want people to learn why this country is so great and why you can even have something like a rainbow on your flag, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Why they're even allowed to be here and not being executed like you would be in, I don't know.
Iran.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there is things that you do. I will want him to find out and why that's acceptable. But it doesn't have to be at a baseball game or an entire team. And if you are Christian, you don't want to wear that, you have every right not to. And that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, 100%. And honestly, they're going to find out in the courts that that's also true. You can't force Americans to take on things that they don't want to. It's just you can't compel their speech. That's just part of our country, and it's not a part of almost every other country. Every other country, that's not a rule, at least that's ever been really enforced. But here it is, and so you can't get over. You got to get past that First Amendment, and this is going to be a legitimate problem for the Giants if they try to stick by this. But that's a whole nother issue. All right,
but I honestly think that they need to take a page out of the Savannah Bananas book and start realizing it is about the entertainment. Yeah. It is about the value of it. It is about the kids. It is about the game, because that's what it was all about. It was actually about watching it, and it was honestly the most entertaining baseball I've watched in a very long time.
I love their story. I really do. It's a great story, the Savannah Bananas, and the kids love it.
Dude, they love it, man.
These stadiums are packed. Even when the Bananas aren't there and the other teams in the league, they're still selling out these.
It was 42,000 people.
42,000 people. Incredible. It really is cool. Okay, let's. This would be something that honestly Jimmy Kimmel could learn from too. Care about the show. Stop caring about all the side crap that you care about all the time. The reason I bring Jimmy Kimmel up is we're going to talk about him next, and he's got a new choice for his very, 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 very long vacation. Who's going to fill in on the program? You're going to love this one. Back in a second. One of the most expensive phrases in the English language is good enough, right? Good enough contractor and a good enough mechanic and a good enough accountant. Sometimes you can get away with it, but then again, sometimes you don't. And that's when buying or selling a home becomes a nightmare. Good enough can be a very, very expensive thing very, very quickly, because real estate isn't just about finding a house or putting a sign in the front yard or just about pricing correctly, negotiating effectively, spotting problems before they become disasters. All this is part of it. They need to understand the market. They need to know when to push and when to wait and when to walk away from a deal altogether. And that's why our own Glenn Beck started realestateagentsitrust.com. Instead of crossing your fingers and hoping that you find the right agent, Real Estate Agents I Trust connects you with experienced professionals who have been carefully vetted and selected in their local markets. These are agents that understand every transaction is different and every client has a different goal. And whether you're buying or your first home, whether you're selling your current one, if you're doing both at the same time, I guess you can't really do the both. You can't buy your first home and sell your current one.
No.
That would not be possible. So you probably don't try that with real estate.
You could sell someone else's current one if you're a squatter.
Yeah, if you've stolen a home from someone else, you could sell that one with realestateagentsitrust.com. They specialize in those types of transactions. realestateagentsitrust.com. And the name says it all. It's a free service to you, by the way, so check it out and take advantage of it. It's realestateagentsitrust.com. So Jimmy Kimmel was, if you remember, recently suspended from his show. And he missed a total of 4 shows, I believe it was.
It's tough.
Now, he said that was because Donald Trump did it. That's, of course, not true, because the things that Jimmy Kimmel says are not true, just as a general rule. You should know that. That's an important fact if you ever watch a show. But he was so disturbed by this 4-day off period.
Right.
He is now going to have to get a co-host, or a fill-in host, excuse me, to temporarily take over his late-night show as he steps back for a 2-month sabbatical.
2 months?
2 months off.
Wow.
Now, again, he complained it was the end of the world when he was suspended for 4 days, but he's just now willingly taking 2 months off. And no one's going to notice, of course.
No, not at all. I mean, that must have hit him hard. To go, look, I understand the 4 days was tough, but if it's my choice, I'll take 60.
Yeah. And look, I get it. You've been around for a while. They're going to pay you tens of millions of dollars on a show that's losing tens of millions of dollars. And they realize, I would guess, that not producing a show with him hosting it actually is a better approach financially. But if you can get them to pay you all this money to take months and months off, more power to you. I remember Howard Stern when he did his first deal with, I think it was when it was Sirius XM, and they brought him over from the radio. One of the big things everyone was talking about at that time in the industry was like, wait, this guy got summers off too? He was making $500 million and he got summers off? And he's like, yeah, I don't want to be there during the summer, so I'm not going to be. When you get to that place, you can have that sort of power. That's wonderful, and I encourage it. I don't understand why he has it, though.
No, I don't either. I mean, I get why Stern had it, especially at the time.
Yeah.
And then he still went on and did like AGT or whatever it was in that time. So they're just airing reruns, or what are they doing?
They are bringing in a new host, at least for part of this. There's going to be a bunch of different hosts, most of which I don't even know who they are. But the one I do know, Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, God.
Good God. Rosie O'Donnell.
Well, at least the show will butch up after he's been crying like a every night for the last 10 years.
We're challenging the editing team today.
I know. I just want to see.
Yeah. I'd say it is
so awful.
It's almost in some ways they look like the same person at different ages. That's right. If you did a side-by-side of Jimmy Kimmel and Rosie O'Donnell, I think that's what you'd see.
Yeah, people would just think it's Oliver Platt.
Yeah. Yes. Oliver Platt's another one. I think maybe right in between them.
Yeah, they could just bring him in. Much funnier.
Much funnier.
Much funnier if it's him.
Look, this is a perfect example of what's wrong with Jimmy Kimmel and his show. And the late night industry as a whole, generally, is that, like, no one thinks Rosie O'Donnell currently is funny. No one thinks she's going to do a good job with this show. She's solely there because she has been the type of person who has been attacking Donald Trump for a long time. And that's the only decision-making process that this show is managed by. That's the problem.
Will Tom Cruise come on while she pretends to squirt?
Good.
Do you remember that? She pretended to be straight while Tom Cruise would come on.
Yeah,
she would be like, "Oh my gosh, Tom! Oh, I'm so heterosexual."
Yeah, that's me. I appreciate your manliness. Yeah, that was really
those
convincing.
Two pretended to be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What a tit for tat. They should just both be dressed like Giants players.
So I just feel like this is a horrible choice. And it's typical of, because there was a time where she obviously hosted a show. There was a time where she was kind of known as a comedic actress.
Yeah.
That time is long gone. And now it's just about her hating Donald Trump. And the reason, I mean, to be honest about it more than anything else, it really goes back to the Megyn Kelly question in the first debate of Donald Trump, where she brought up all the accusations against, which, by the way, I to this day stand by. That was a completely fine question. He was going to get it anyway. It was actually a good way for her to ask it. He got all mad about it though, but his response was, you've called these people fat, you've called these people ugly. He goes, only Rosie O'Donnell. Yes. It's one of the great responses of all time. It was, but that's it. That's the only reason she's even a figure in our society at this point.
Well, yeah, she said she moved to Ireland because he was a criminal and a woman-abusing liar.
Right.
Which is a great place to go to, Ireland.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong with that decision-making
process? Right, because there's nobody abusing women or trying to, behead people with ceremonial swords in the street.
Right, I think that's on their flag. I'm pretty sure there's a diagram of a person doing that on their flag.
Isn't there an uprising of, all these citizens trying to overthrow the government for their horrific immigration policy of just anyone can come in?
And that's after, decades of people just blowing each other up in the country over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
That's a totally separate controversy. Right. But to go there for safety.
Right.
No. And not to mention, there's the alcohol flows, I've heard, in that particular establishment. We're noticing that with people who are coming over here. It's the Scottish that are coming over here for the World Cup. And they're like drinking these New Yorkers under the table. Which is just hilarious. It's hilarious to watch.
Can you imagine coming from Scotland into New York and they're like, you're depressed.
Yeah.
They're just, oh my God, they're going to take you out in a heartbeat.
It's very, very true. So that's another pathetic development in the world of comedy. Let me give you one that maybe is a little bit more exciting. The Room returns. Oh. Bob Odenkirk playing Tommy Wiseau on a charity remake of a movie called The Room. And I don't know, I feel like maybe your audience is more familiar with this than my audience was. I've talked about this movie many times before, even going back to, I think, Wonderful World of Stu. This movie came out in 2003. It's a very strange story about a guy who no one could really understand where he got his money from, but he produced this multi-million-dollar movie on his own script with his own direction. And quite simply, he didn't seemingly know what he was doing in any way, shape, or form.
The movie makes no sense.
No sense. The dialogue is terrible.
Arguably,
the acting is terrible.
It's so bad. It's not even so bad it's good, but it's so bad it's awful, and you have to watch it.
Yes. I would recommend, personally, not only watching the original movie, but also watching they did a kind of a movie about the story of it, which was James Franco, right?
And Seth Rogen, which is good.
Which was very, very good, I thought. I liked that movie.
I liked it too.
And this, though, is now a shot-by-shot, line-by-line recreation of the original movie.
For $0.
For $0, done dead straight. Like, they're not playing this up for comedy at all. They're trying to recreate the original with Bob Odenkirk. Here's a look at it.
Why is this happening to me? Please forgive me. Oh. Hi, Mark.
I got the results of the test back.
There's so many great scenes in that movie and, quotable lines that don't make any sense. It's one of those things that was almost, there's a movie called Troll 2, which is
great.
Which is this, the story as well?
It's fantastic.
Oh, God. I'm not surprised at all. We have the exact same sense of humor on this stuff. But Troll 2 was made by people from another, I can't remember, was it Japan? It was another country. And they wrote a script. It wasn't supposed to have anything to do with trolls. They tried to, they went through Google Translate to get this script to the people. And the American actors who were acting in it were like, this doesn't make any sense in our language, but the director would not let them change any of the words.
Right.
So the entire script is written in bad translation. There's a great documentary about that out as well. I talked to the director years ago about it, but I can't, it's called Best Worst Movie, I think it's called.
Oh, it's great.
It's great. It's another great documentary.
And nothing to do with trolls.
No, the movie had nothing to do. There weren't trolls mentioned in the movie, but they were trying to take advantage of it being a sequel. It's another one known as one of the worst movies. I love stuff like that. I love content like that. But The Room is probably the all-time classic in that front. Like it is incredible. So check that one out. It's going to be coming out. I guess it's for charity or something. Probably some charity that's terrible and supporting all sorts of awful things. I don't know. But
either way, it's Bob Odenkirk, and I bet it's really fun.
Again, it's the Mr. Show exemption for me. Anyone who does any, I said this to Jay Johnson, who was on Mr. Show, and he was at January 6th, somewhat controversially, although I don't think he did anything wrong, at least what I've seen. Yeah. But beyond that, my point to him was like, you were so good on Mr. Show, you can do whatever you want for the rest of your life. You just get exempt from all crimes. Bob Odenkirk, he says a lot of annoying liberal things. He's exempt from all of it from me.
I agree.
I just love Mr. Show. So.
Yeah, he's pardoned in my book on everything as well.
Yes. So there you go. Okay. So I want to make sure that sometimes we talk about people getting older. You have to change what you're doing. You have to change your approach on life, but you're never too old to become an illegal street racer. We'll tell you about that next. So, illegal street racing, real problem in our country. And a 48-year-old man was, 57 years old. He's facing charges of driving more than 50 miles an hour over the speed limit. Now, typically you associate this with like 20 and 30-year-olds. I feel like 30-year-olds max, maybe teenagers even, right? Crazy driving. You had a couple stories about some insane driving.
Yeah, one or two incidents. Yeah, may have hit a tree or a tree.
May have hit you. We don't remember exactly.
You don't know whose fault it was. You may have, some people, sometimes you slide into a median or a median runs out at you. You don't know.
Now, if one wanted to read a detailed account of stories like that from your life, where would they find that information?
Well, by gum, you could look on Amazon and you could look up Party of One, a Fuzzy Memoir by Dave Landau, and you could read some accounts of these many street racing hot rod. I don't know, I sound like I'm 85. Yeah. These hot rodding days.
Mm-hmm. Well worth your time, by the way. The book is really funny. I will say, you joke about a person being 85. The other person in the story, 85 years old.
No.
Yes, he's 85. He was out. He says he was out for another drive when a car swerved at him. But they're saying they don't believe it. He was going 110 miles an hour. I kind of like it, though. I feel like if you got a Corvette, you go 110 miles an hour, you're 85 years old, we just give you a pass, unless you kill someone. I think at that point, then we have to say something.
Yeah, unless you kill someone else who's 85.
Okay, then it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Running Man episode. Like, someone's going to end up at the end. Like, it's a Hunger Games situation.
It's perfectly fine. Nobody's saying that you have to die with a thing in your arm drinking Canadian Dries.
Right.
Waiting for your son to visit.
Yeah, that's not have to be that way.
You can go out and do 110.
Yeah, get into a Corvette, just slam it into a tree at 110 miles an hour.
Roll the dice. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with that?
It's a better way to go.
I think it is.
I would think.
I'm just glad that somebody at that age was moving.
That's true. That's true. Now, this story is maybe not a fun way to go. Okay. It indicates a situation that might not be all that positive. Kathy Hochul has decided to extend free healthcare program for sex workers. Yeah. Taxpayers, obviously, $2.5 million. What could they possibly bother? They wouldn't be upset about that at all. Another $2.5 million. Again, I don't know if average people who are working jobs that are not, associated with their private parts get this benefit. Apparently, this one's going only to sex workers. But I don't know. It feels to me that perhaps the free healthcare thing's a bad idea from the beginning. Doesn't work. Doesn't actually help people. We can see how bad it works in other countries. But outside of that whole situation, maybe providing it to sex workers and illegal immigrants shouldn't be your only goal as a state.
So this kind of thing is in New York, and New York will fund it.
Yeah, the taxpayers of New York will fund it.
Oh no, this is going to make New York seem kind of gross.
Yeah, I know. Usually it seems so spick and span.
You're gonna have guys getting their O-rings blown out so they can get their shoulder fixed. It's gonna end up happening. Honestly, look, I'd let you use my face like a mug filled with pencils if I can get my deductible lowered. That's the problem. You have a lot of people partaking in this
Yeah.
just to get other surgeries.
Like you start up an OnlyFans account just so you can get free health
Right,
care.
you're going to be like, look, I needed some LASIK, so that's why I let this guy finish on my eyes.
God.
I had to get them infected, but now I got 2020. Honey, I got to go out. I got to go to the meatpacking district to get some health care.
Seems like the wrong, like if GPS is routing you that way, it's making a mistake.
It could be, but I mean, if she's for it, this is going to, I mean, look, I'm just saying, sometimes you got to do things to get things.
Right.
In order to get things, you got to do things. That's my grandpa's dying words.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, that's I'd like to hear a little.
He was in a
less about
bubble,
that
and my
story.
mom told me not to touch him.
Okay.
It was the first time I met him. Also, was the day he died.
Really? Was he really your grandpa? Do you think?
I'm not sure.
Just maybe an old man down the street.
He could have been.
Yeah.
I actually, you know what? I was picking him out of a lineup, and the rest of the memories blacked out.
Okay. Good. All right. You know what? That's the best thing for you. I can
think we
assure
just
you.
called him Pop Pop, something like that.
Something like that.
I remember the sound Pop Pop.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. Something about two guns.
I feel like sometimes it's better to forget certain things, like was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Was
Yeah.
it? Yeah. You just kind of maybe parts of your history could just be erased.
Or your
I'm
wife's
glad-
birthday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But I was also thinking, I'm glad I didn't come upon a chapter of the old man in the bubble. I think I may have skipped that one.
Oh, I got
In your
plenty of
memoir.
them.
No.
That's not the only old man I've had to finger in a bubble. That's for sure.
How many times have you said that exact statement?
Oh, gosh. If I had a nickel, I wouldn't be here. I'd be on my yacht.
All right, we need to take a break. We have your comments. We would love for you to join us on Blaze TV at blazetv.com/StuandDave. If you do that, use the code StuandDave. You get $20 off your subscription, so you can get even more of what's happened here on this particular broadcast.
Right.
That's your wish.
Get a deep cut
I don't advise it, but if you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you.
on Candlestick Night.
Everyone remembers Candlestick. Everyone remembers their first, Dave.
Yes, they do.
You know, that's the old tale. Okay, we're back in a second. You may have heard America is celebrating its 250th birthday. Blaze Media has some awesome merch to celebrate this amazing achievement. Visit shop.blazemedia.com. Check out the limited edition America 250 collection. Really cool stuff there. We were kind of going back and forth with Pat on a promo war a couple months ago, and we're doing a little bit of that again. We're calling them out. We're doing this whole promo code thing. Why? Well, we want to save you money. That's actually the whole reason. Stu and Dave 10 is the code. Go there. Use the code StuDave10. Get 10% off your order. You also get a trial to Blaze TV, which we think you're going to like anyway. So it's a good thing. If you're going to join Blaze TV, get 10% off the merch as well. The code, again, StuDave10. It's shop.blazemedia.com. This comment comes in from YouTube. America is the greatest country in the world, hands down. As a citizen of the Soviet Socialist Republic of Canada, I can attest that statement is 100% fact. True.
I agree. Mm-hmm. True.
True. And, look, our leaders aren't dating Katy Perry. So that's an important part of our heritage as well.
That is true.
We try to just push her off into your nation.
Yes. At one time, it would have been impressive.
Yeah, but would have, but not
Now
now.
that we've gotten to know her.
That's true. Once she started talking.
Once she thought she was an astronaut, really bad.
Yes, very bad. This one comes in from I Am Done. In the time it takes you to read this comment, Elon Musk will pay/create more taxes than the average citizen will pay in their entire life. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't just hate the guy all the time.
I agree.
You got a lot of expensive programs. Maybe you need people like Elon Musk in your nation.
Yeah.
As California, by the way, found out state-wise. PredictableShow.com for my stuff on predictable and prediction markets. DaveLandau.com to see him all across the country. Lots of great stuff. We'll see you later.